I want you to know that I am very disturbed.
Disturbed is not the word for me.
Puppet Jim Crow Joe says America is back, but it looked like he's turned his back on the Americans he left over there in Afghanistan.
Come on.
Now this man keeps talking about he's building back better, but it looked like he's building back backwards.
That's right.
Because everything seemed to be going backwards.
Backwards.
And I'm beginning to think that the biggest threat to the United States of America is Jim Crow Joe.
Come on.
I'm serious.
That's right.
He's making America appear weak.
Very weak.
Everything that he touched is a disaster. And my question is, who's running America?
That's right.
Because they're very un-American when you go and you hide into a basement like a coward and you don't stand with our allies.
That's right. That's right.
You see what I'm
saying?
saying?
I look at it, his name should be named Crisis because it seemed like everything that he's touched have turned into a crisis.
That's right.
Everything.
And it ain't no sense of you all on the left trying to throw Jim Crow Joe a lifeline or a life jacket. That ain't going to save him.
No, it's not.
None of that's going to save him.
No.
Because we already see exactly who he is.
That's
and
right.
guess what? When it comes to Afghanistan, he had no plans. His only plan of action was playing golf right there in Camp David while these people are stuck and stranded in Afghanistan. And then he allowed the Taliban to take over the country.
That's right. And he loved playing the blame game.
That's right. 20 years, trillions of dollars is spent, and he just handed everything, as far as I'm concerned, over to the Taliban, to these terrorists.
But a lot of people like to say, that they voted for Jim Crow Joe because of his experience. And he's been in there for 48, 49. It feels like 100 years. Okay. But his experience tells him what? To leave the weaponry there and let the Taliban get the weaponry?
Well, where did his experience come from? A manual for dummies? I mean, where did it come from?
Where did it come from?
Yeah.
Leave the American citizen there and let the Taliban get the American citizens?
Or just pull out our military and leave everybody else to fend for themselves while he's sitting up at a retreat at Camp David?
Is this what experience have taught? I mean, come on, you all think about this right here. A lot of people said that they voted for him because of his experience. What type of experience do this man have not to take and save American lives first?
Well,
don't get Silk started around
but guess
here.
what, Silk? He finally came out of the basement to say some things. Y'all take a look at this.
We plan for every contingency, but I always promised the American people that I would be straight with you. The truth is, this did unfold more quickly than we had anticipated.
Well, what did you anticipate, Joe? What? Casper the friendly ghost to go over there and to calm the waters? Cooling the game to sit and collect the weaponry that you left behind for the Taliban? Did you expect for Paw Patrol to patrol the borders of Afghanistan so that the Taliban couldn't get in?
Did you?
Oh, well, you ain't on all of the
this
action.
right here. Yeah.
Because I don't understand, how did the Taliban know that the American soldiers were leaving?
Come on.
How did they just walk up in Afghanistan? Were they already there? Why did the president of Afghanistan, why did he just automatically leave?
Just leave.
When did the soldiers leave?
How did the Taliban know that all of the American soldiers were gone?
That's right.
I mean, just think about this thing, because some stuff is not adding up here.
Ain't nothing adding up here.
It's not.
Ain't nothing adding up here. And when you look at everything, I'm looking at our borders, how he have them wide open here in the United States.
Come on.
And how people have been crossing. We don't know who these people are.
Nope.
How do we know these people ain't terrorists right here in this
America?
country? You know now, Jim Crow Joe and his administration, they were flying these people to different communities.
That's right.
How do we know that they're not trying to orchestrate nothing here in the United States of America? Because it looked like everything that happened starting on August the 15th is being orchestrated. And somebody knew something, and everybody want to sit around and act like they don't know nothing. And where is Kamala? I know that she finally came out, but she was right there when Joe made this decision to pull on out of Afghanistan. She was right there like the decision was great. Well, Kamala, you are a woman. You are a woman of color. You didn't know that these women would start being abused by the Taliban?
Come on.
Girls will start getting hurt. People will start being killed.
That's right.
I'm questioning even your judgment as a woman.
As a woman. That's right.
And then where's General Milley? Now I'm not talking about Millie Vanilli. I'm talking about General Milley. He was so stuck and hung on white race. Where is he at?
Where is he at?
And what about that other one that looked like his name should be Cleophas? I'm talking about the one that be wearing that little hood, that mask, like he Darth Vader. Where is he at?
Where is he at?
Oh, I forgot. He did come out and say something. Take a look at this.
Do you have the capability to go out and collect Americans?
We don't have the capability to go out and collect up large numbers of people.
What do you mean you don't have the ability?
What you mean?
I tell you, when what happened on January the 6th, you all had the capability to make a list, check it twice, and go hunt down people. What do you mean you don't have the capability of getting the Americans back over here in the United States of America?
That's right.
What do you mean? I can't understand it.
That's right.
I don't understand that, so please help me. Because my heart is beating all over the place. I don't understand this.
Yeah, especially if we're supposed to be the land of the free and the home of the brave, the greatest country on earth. And you want to tell me we don't have the capability?
What you mean we don't have the capability?
Yeah.
I tell you what, you better pull all resources.
That's right.
You all better stop playing games.
Stop it.
You need to pull all resources and make sure our American citizens get back over here to the United States.
That's right.
Because this is unacceptable. And I know Jim Crow Joe came out trying to do damage control, but I don't trust nothing that this man said.
But that's right. And if they was really concerned about American lives, there's no way they would have did away with the contingencies and crisis response there. They wouldn't have did away with that. Okay?
Oh, so they totally ignored that.
They totally ignored that, and they did away with that particular procedure. And see, what this was aimed at is providing swift and safe evacuations of Americans out of crisis zones, okay? But what happened is back around June 11, the Biden State Department, they canceled this particular measures that could have helped Americans. So they did this before everything. So that lets me know that something ain't right. Look, something smells fishy and it ain't too.
So it looked like all of this is being orchestrated and planned. And that's why he can go and sit down and do nothing.
And where's China at in all of this?
That's right. Yeah. Are we at World War III? Is it something that you all are not telling us? Because we look weak. The United States of America, because of Jim Crow Joe Biden, we are looking weak.
That's right.
We look like that. We fell to terrorists here.
That's right. And think of this. If you have the Taliban blocking the pathway for Americans to get to the airport, guess what? You're holding them hostage. We have a hostage situation
You
here.
see what I'm talking about, Phil?
Just think about this.
Listen, this here, because you know what? It's happening over there.
Yeah.
But do you know the same thing can jump off here?
Right here.
Do you know the same thing can jump off here? Because we have an administration that we don't trust. They give out misinformation, and all they do is sit and tell lies and think we're supposed to believe it. Stop gaslighting us.
That's
We
right.
see right through you, Jim Crow Joe. Y'all better get this together, or you know what? You need to resign.
That's
and don't y'all worry about Kamala. She can't even run a hot dog stand, much less the United States of America.
Nope.
You just watched Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news channel, now in more than 70 million homes. You can get Newsmax TV on your cable system or check your cable guide. And if your system doesn't carry Newsmax, call them, tell them you want Newsmax TV, because we're real news for real people.